for the silver side. This is against Alkmaar. Come on, Tottenham. Come on, Tottenham.
Come on.
Come on, Tottenham.
Come on. Yes! Come on! Come on, boys! We've got Alkmaar.
And there's Gary Mabbott with a smile on his face.
Fantastic
Tottenham
stuff,
go
boys.
to Alkmaar 6th of March, and with the return leg a week later.
That is fantastic, and it means that the side of the draw we're on is a much easier pathway to the final as well with the draw that we're on.
And on top of that, Ajax play Frankfurt, so two big teams of that side of the draw going out as well.
And United play Sociedad as well, so another also two bigger teams. So that is really, really great news, people. Really great news. We had the 50-50, and so we also know. They're also going to do a draw, by the way, to see who plays first in the quarters and the semis at home and away.
Right.
So they're going to do that. But apart from that, the draw is pretty much done.
Wait a sec. Where's this? So if we win, we play Ajax or Frankfurt in the next round.
Yeah, Ajax or Frankfurt. Not easy.
No, it could be a double header to Netherlands.
Yeah, it could be. Could be a double header to Ajax. Exactly. If and Frankfurt, we've been there before. Not the nicest place.
Well, we've been to both, haven't we?
We've been to both. They got Athletic Club are playing. Who are they playing?
I don't know if this is the silver side or the orange side.
Roma. Another.
Wow.
Roma versus Bilbao.
Bloody hell, Roma ain't have it easy, is it? Porto, then Athletic Club Bilbao.
And so that means Lazio are playing who? They're playing Pilsen.
Yeah.
And that's also good because Bilbao on the other side of the draw again.
So basically, we cannot face Lazio until the semis.
Yes.
So it's going to be Bodo Glimt against Olympiakos, against Lazio or Victoria Pilsen on our side, against Tottenham Alkmaar, Frankfurt Ajax. We have to get to the semi-finals minimum.
Yeah, for sure.
We have to.
How are Frankfurt doing this season in the Bundesliga? Let's see. So Frankfurt, they're doing well. They're third. They're doing very well, Frankfurt. But obviously they've lost Mamouche, which is obviously a massive miss for them.
And they got Ekiteki, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Hugo.
He's doing very well this season.
Yeah. But losing Mamouche still.
Yeah, it's a massive loss, of course. Of course. But Troy Parrott? The return of Troy Parrott once again? You're saying he played well last night?
He did, and you know what? AZ played very well. Look, at the end of the day, I know it's, you can say it's Europa League, but this is the knockout stages. These teams have come here by right. They've got here because they've done very well in their domestic leagues to qualify. Now they've done very well in the overall Europa League tournament. So all these teams have done well to get to this stage. You can't take any of these teams for granted. All right, so here we go. So quarterfinal. What you just said? I think we're at home first. I think it's saying. When it just flashed up Tottenham, so I don't know.
Did it?
Yeah, it did. As in Tottenham or Alkmaar. I think so. I think we're at home first in the quarters.
We're game 4.
We're game 4.
Yeah, because they're doing it by game. Like that's game 5. So you're saying we're home first in the quarterfinal?
I think so. I think that's what it said. It flashed up Tottenham, Alkmaar on the left versus like this, and Tottenham on. So we're home. I'm guessing we're home first.
Yeah.
In the quarterfinal.
Okay.
Okay.
Just like when we played Ajax in the semi-final of the Champions League.
Exactly. All the omens on Tottenham's side.
But look, you've got to be very happy with that draw. You've got to be very happy. I think it's the best draw we could have possibly got. Alkmaar in the last 16, Frankfurt or Ajax in the quarterfinals, and then basically you're looking at probably Lazio in the semi-final.
Yeah.
It's not the easiest run, let's be real. It's not the easiest, but I think it's very doable.
It's better, but if we would have gone to the other side, we'd be playing Sociedad, potentially Lyon in the quarters, and probably Bilbao in the semis. I guess it's not too different. Or Fenerbahce as well. Fenerbahce also there.
I would say the only difference is that the last 16 draw would have been harder, the semi-final draw would have been harder, but the quarter-final would have been easier.
Yeah. So, all right. This, I think, it's a very positive draw. I think we've got an easier route to the final than we would have had on the other side. But we do have the prospect of facing Bilbao in the final in Bilbao, which is a really daunting prospect, and they're going to be well up for that.
Got to hope Roma do the job.
But Alkmaar in the quarters is much better than Sociedad. I was quite worried about Sociedad because I think they're a really solid team with some really good players. But Alkmaar, in their own right, are doing very well in this tournament. Albeit they did finish 19th in the Europa League table, but the way they dispatched with Galatasaray, you got to take note of that. You can't. Yeah, no,
absolutely. And I think when we played Alkmaar last time, first of all, we had a changed team out there, not from our first team, and also Alkmaar were on a very bad run at that moment in time, and they had a lot of injuries. So I do suspect by the time this game comes around, in about 2 weeks' time, we might see a different Alkmaar than what we saw when we played them earlier on in the season.
Yeah, I think, as you said, I think they might have had some players out as well for that one, and obviously they had what's his name, Van Bommel got injured in that game, so it's going to be a different prospect. Also, they're going to be buoyed with the confidence having known they can beat a team like Galatasaray, so they're going to have no fear. And they're a very, very young team, and they're full of energy. They're full of kind of fearlessness. You can feel that when you watch them play. They're very direct, very quick, and they play some really good football. So we're going to have to match that. I know we tried to overwhelm teams. We tried to be really, really energetic, and that's kind of part of how we play. And maybe that extra bit of experience that we have potentially over them could pay dividends, but they're going to come at us with no fear, and it's if we kind of underestimate them, they got the capability of really scoring goals against us for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. But look, that is it. That is the draw. Spurs Alkmaar in the last 16 with the prospect of playing either Ajax or Eintracht Frankfurt. Both teams that we've got previous and beating in European competition in the last 5 or 6 years. So we've got a very, very good opportunity to get to at least the semi-finals of this tournament. And I think it'll be a massive disappointment if we didn't.
I think if we get to the quarters, we play away first. I'm trying to work this out. It's very difficult.
You just said we play home first.
We play home first.
Yeah.
And then if we play the semis, I think we play home first again in the semis.
Okay. You'd always like to be home second, but
yeah,
I think without the away goal thing, does make a bit of an impact. I like it that there's no away goals now, to be honest, but away goals have served us well in the past.
They have. Obviously, in the Champions League run, it was a godsend, that away goal rule. So the reality is we haven't made it past the Europa League quarterfinal since winning it.
Yeah.
So as much as people want to talk about Europa League and all this kind of stuff, we've not had much pedigree in this competition for a while. We've actually done better in the Champions League in recent years than we have done when we've been in Europa League. So we have to go. We can't underestimate this tournament. We have to give it our all. We have to put all our eggs in this basket. And let's bring home this trophy, because we know that our best route back to Europe is winning this competition, and I think we've given ourselves, with this draw, a good chance of doing that.
Absolutely. So Alkmaar away in 2 weeks' time as the first leg. A week later, we bring them back to White Hart Lane to Tottenham Hotspur, and then in the next round, Frankfurt or Ajax. Spurs get the home tie first, and in the semi-final, most likely, looking at the teams in it, it probably will be Lazio. But let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you delighted, as me and Sim, to be in the left-hand side of the draw, the silver side of the draw? I think the majority of the good teams in the tournament, the best teams in the tournament, you look at Bilbao, Roma, Sociedad, Manchester United, all in the opposite side of the draw for us. So I think it's an unbelievable chance of Spurs to go as far as we possibly can in this tournament. And I think if we don't get to semi-finals, I think it'll be a major disappointment.
Also avoiding Fenerbahce, as much as they're not like the best team, but I kind of feel like Jose still got a bit of that specialness in European competitions at the moment.
The specialness.
Yeah, the specialness, which he has. I think when it comes to competing for, like, in the league consistently, he seems to have lost his way. But he won the Conference League with Roma. He got to the final with Roma in the Europa League not long ago, and I feel like he's still got a bit of tactical nous.
Where was his specialness with us against Zagreb?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I think it's more us didn't have the mentality. I think we lost. Well, look, to be fair, we put ourselves in a good position, and we screwed it up. We're losing 3-0 away.
So Fenerbahce play Bilbao or Roma in the next round. Wow, Roma, Fenerbahce.
Yeah, wow. And I think it's good to avoid them, because they've got actually quite an experienced team with some really good players, and I think I wouldn't put it past Jose to pull off some surprises in this competition. And I think we've done well to kind of avoid them, but until potentially the final. But I think they probably get knocked out by Bilbao. But I think I wouldn't want to face them in a quarters or a semi because he just still has, I think, that aura about him.
And he'll want to beat us so bad as well, Jose, won't he?
For sure. He's going to use all the motivation he can, and he's still got a good record in European competition in the last few years. So
Spurs the only blot on his name.
Exactly. So I think we've done well to avoid him. I think the side of the draw we're on is much better for us, for sure.
All right, well, I guess we'll leave it there, guys. But that is the favourable Europa League draw for Tottenham Hotspur. So we'll be back live a little later in a couple of hours for our match preview against Ipswich. Come and join us there. But thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.